Am I the idiot for compelling my daughter, 16, to take an acting job because we need her help financially? My daughter is a dancer, model, and actress. She has also been building up her following on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. In March of 2020, my husband was fired from his job after a second project he was involved in turned out to be a huge disaster. Since then, my husband has lost confidence in his abilities. He spent the next 5 months scared to get back out there. In August he got a part-time job. I am a freelance photographer and my work has dried up. I briefly worked at a store in April but the store closed 2 months later. The rent on our apartment is our biggest expense but we thought it was worth it because it put us in a nice part of the city with good attentive management. We don't want to give up our home so we had a talk with our daughter about how her dad and I needed all the help we could get now. My daughter was responsive to our talk and has started taking on any endorsement deal online businesses reach out to offer her. She is also freelancing as a dance instructor on Skype. My daughter has also been doing self-tape auditions. The other day she was offered a part in a project. It was a pretty well-paying gig and probably one of the best out of all the other ones she was also vying for. My daughter however said she didn't want to do this because apparently a lot of people in online groups and friends in the industry she's talked to have said the director is known to be petty and vindictive. She said the director reacts very badly when actors don't seem as grateful to have their roles as the director thinks they should be and is quick to take actions as ungratefulness. She also said some crazy thing about the director apparently choosing lackeys to be their mouthpiece on set and basically do their dirty work. My daughter said that this doesn't even start shooting until later anyway and she had some other opportunities that could be started and done faster. However, I knew those virtual projects paid much less while this one, if done in addition to the other ones, could help her career and help us in terms of making the difference to keep us afloat. So I reminded her that our expenses right now are squeezing us dry and then some and asked her to please think about our family. I begged her to make a sacrifice because we do the same for her and that everybody needs to contribute to keeping us afloat. My daughter started crying and saying she's so tired of being her brother's 10M, and everybody else's savior. She said she'll take the job but she'll hate every moment of dealing with the director's ego and nightmares about being blacklisted for not being liked on that set. Am I the idiot? I am very embarrassed that our financial situation has come to this but my freelance business is tanking and we need all the help we can get. Obviously you are the idiot. She's only 16, that's way too much pressure for her to support the family that you chose to have. You decided to have 2 kids so it's your job to support them any way you can. Rather than put pressure on her, put pressure on yourself and your husband to solve this. You are the idiot. Everyone needs to pitch in to support the family, but it seems you and your husband are not pulling your weight. You two need to find full-time jobs. You shouldn't be relying on your daughter and putting all your financial pressure on her. You are the idiot. She's 16. She is a child and you are forcing her to support your family, including her little brother. I can't believe you'd put her in this position, that poor girl. She should be doing this for her own benefit and enjoyment, not crying because her parents are forcing her to work. You and your husband both need to get full-time jobs yesterday. You lost your job in April, what have you been doing since then? And husband needs to be working full-time too. You don't get to just be scared to get back out there when you have kids to feed. Am I the idiot for not telling my best friend her boyfriend was trying to cheat? My best friend has been with this guy for 3 years and I have not approved of him from the start. He cheats on her, he hits her so bad once where she wouldn't let me see her for over a month cause she knew I would call the cops on him. According to her, they've been doing better lately since they found out she's pregnant. He hasn't hit her in at least a year, to my knowledge, and swears he hasn't slept with or talked to any females since this past summer. However, late Christmas Eve night, he tried sliding into my DMs. I shut it down real quick and laid it out for him straight. My best friend loves you and she wants this to work, get yourself together and quit acting like a dog. Just a couple of hours later, I had some stuff happen at my house. Our door got kicked in by another roommate who swears she was locked out of the house when she literally had the keys in her hand. The cops were called, and she got kicked out on the spot. A long list of things prior to this. This just happened to be the last straw. So needless to say, I kinda forgot about the boyfriend trying to hit on me. I didn't remember until a few days later when I had a day off work and was trying to hang out with her. She asked if her boyfriend could come cause apparently he was feeling left out. I remembered the messages and told her I actually needed to talk to her about the boyfriend, so I'd appreciate it if we could just hang out with the two of us. Now, as I have mentioned, this dude would beat on her, so I didn't really want to send screenshots and have her blow up on him with all these raging pregnancy hormones, and her and or the baby possibly get hurt as a result. She however insisted cause her anxiety was through the roof, even though I'm sure she could guess what I had to tell her, so I just went ahead and sent a screenshot. Shortly after I sent the picture, she had me blocked on everything. I start freaking out cause I think her boyfriend made her delete all her social media and was trying to control her and possibly even beating her. I messaged a mutual friend on Facebook who reached out for me and they told me that she and the baby are both fine. I was still worried though, so I downloaded a text app and messaged her myself. She point blank said she no longer wanted to be friends with me because I didn't immediately tell her about her boyfriend messaging me. She said she and the baby are completely fine, but as her best friend I should have told her cause he only messaged me as a test to see if I would tell her anyway. Insert eye rolling here. So she thinks I'm the idiot. My boyfriend, however, thinks she's the idiot here because this isn't the first time she's ended our friendship to stay in her abusive relationship, and for her to believe that he was just testing me means she's obviously an idiot. His words, not mine. So I didn't fight her on her decision to leave this time, wished her well, and told her I'd continue praying for them and I'd always love her. Am I the idiot here? As someone who does crisis work in domestic violence, the only asshole here is her boyfriend. She seems like she's trapped in a bit of a cycle. Your fears about her safety, attempts to talk to her about him in the past, plus your own life stuff happening, are all valid and logical reasons as to why you didn't tell her right away. She's not in a healthy dynamic and it's probably hard for her to maintain one with you. Just got to hope she's able to disentangle from him soon, or that he gets some serious help, because while being pregnant can be exciting for a couple, having a new baby is a big stressor and this guy doesn't sound safe or like he's capable of maintaining good dynamic for long. Good luck, you sound like a good friend. Not the idiot. Can't help someone that doesn't want help. She had a kid with someone who beats her. As hard as it is, I would go no contact. They're both toxic. Not the idiot, she needs to leave him. It's only a matter of time before he hurts the baby also. Would I be the idiot if I took a pensioner to court over not doing what he said he would while I was out of state? Hello all, I have been out of state for the past month. I had a cat, 7 mice, 3 head of cattle, and a number of guppies somewhere in the dozens. My next door neighbor offered to feed, water everything and start my cars every once in a while I was gone. He originally said he didn't want to be paid, but I had every intention of doing it anyway. He called about a week ago and requested $30 per day plus $30 for every time he had to clean the mouse cage. That came out to about $1,500. This is in no way an exaggeration. That was outrageous, to begin with, especially after not having negotiated beforehand. Everything takes me at most an hour, and that's on cleaning days. But here's the kicker. I called him every other day to check up and he assured me everything was fine. However, I found out 2 days ago that he lost my car keys, and by extension my house keys, the day after I left. My landlord let him in after 2 weeks, without even asking me if it was okay. And he has left my door unlocked the rest of the time. LL also told me my fish tank looks really bad and that my mice were dead. Cat nowhere to be found, Not unusual when strangers are over, but the food bag was ripped open and not empty and the toilets were uncovered, so I'm praying to the Lord he's okay. Takes a lot to make an atheist do that. My cows are verified fine. I have half a mind to take him to court over this. I can afford an attorney, but he cannot. He is a pensioner. As you all know, it's pretty hard to get blood from a stone. This guy has given me absolutely no indication that he wasn't reliable in the past. Would I be the idiot if I took him to court for damages? To add, I've already caught the unmentionable and paid for my selfishness. If anyone cares, I got it because a lady in the house visited her friend that didn't disclose that she tested positive. I didn't get anyone sick and quarantined like I was supposed to. Everyone is the idiot. Firstly, he should have done what he said he'd do, and $30 is a lot just to clean the mouse cage. But you left cars, a cat, 7 mice, 3 head of cattle, and a number of guppies somewhere in the dozens for a month, involving tasks which take you an hour a day to complete. That's a huge task for an elderly person, and you should have known you were asking too much. Not the idiot he neglected and killed your pets. Animal neglect is a felony now in the States. Sue him. Not the idiot. He purposely killed your pets and is not doing what he said he would. I would sue him no matter what his age. Am I the idiot for giving my daughter a ton of chores as a punishment? So I have 3 kids, 14, 12, 11. Each month I print out a chore chart for them. So every day they both have 2 chores to do that they pick off the chart. There are 6 chores in total on a day. Example, unload the dishwasher, pick up the living room, sweep porch, clean cat litter, dust game room, vacuum a living room. Each day has different chores. The whole thing is first come first serve. So if you do your chores before everyone else, you get to pick which ones to do. If you wait all day, then you are left with what's left on the sheet. So the problem started about a week and a half ago. I noticed my 2 kids doing their chores but not seeing the 14 years do any, which was weird. I didn't think much of it since they were getting done. This went on for a bit until I came home early today and heard the end of the conversation bullying her 2 siblings into doing her chores. To make sure I heard correctly, I asked the younger ones if it was true when 14 years was not around. It wasn't been happening since right before New Year. My husband and I sat her down and told her what we knew, and she admitted to doing it. As punishment, I found the chore chart, and she will be doing every single chore on the days that she bullied her sibling into doing her chores. So she forced her siblings to do her chores for 9 days, so she has to do 54 chores because she can't bully her siblings. Some repeats like vacuum this room, unload dishwasher. Until she does them, she can't hang out with her friends. If she really tries, she could get them done in an afternoon. Well, she was not happy, but I'm sticking with it. So am I the idiot? Not the idiot. Actions have consequences. Bullying your younger siblings into doing your work needs consequences. And since she's 14, she's going to make a stink about how unfair you are. Stick to your guns. 110% not the idiot. I applaud your parenting decision here to teach your child that actions have consequences and to not be a bully. The world already has enough people who try to force others to do their workload while they take the easy road.